Hello everyone and welcome back to Hogwarts Mystery. In the last one, we found out that flattering a fairy is more up their alley to try and help them away from Professor Snape, because Professor Snape wants to rip off their wings. When we ended off last time, we had to go and gain some knowledge points, which I in the meantime actually got because of an event I was entering, and I accidentally got all those points. So we can go now to the training grounds and meet up with Hagrid. And wait, training grounds? Weren't they at like his hut or something? Okay. Well, I guess then we just have to go and see. Oh, our fairy was with us once again. It looks like she's very happy with us, that's for sure. Is there anything else? No, it's just Hagrid. He's just standing there. But the fairies... Oh yeah, we need to get more knowledge points because we were not going to help them yet. We were going to figure out other ways to help them. That's right. I am such a forgetful little one, ain't I? It's not almost 4 days since I last played it. No, not at all. Thanks for coming and bringing your fairy ray. Hagrid, what's the matter? Weren't we supposed to meet up until later?
No.
It's Professor Snape. I saw him looking around me hut for fairies. He's already begun to hunt for them for their wings. I know I told you to wait before I started relocating them, but there isn't any time. So I took advantage of Professor Snape's return to the castle for supplies to talk to the fairies. You made the right call, Hagrid. So, how did it go? Because you weren't a fan, like, our fairy wasn't a fan of you in the start. So, let's see what's going to go. Good, at first. I was able to use what we've learned about fluttering fairies to persuade them to move. In fact, I was in the process of relocating the fairies one by one. Then Professor Snape returned. Oh no. And our fairy's like, oh! She's kind of like oblivious to what's going on. Kind of like, she's just looking at us going like, hey girl, how you doing? Why are you so shocked? I'm not afraid of any professor at all. Oh no. Thankfully I'd already relocated all but one of them. But the last fairy was so startled by Professor Snape that it flew off towards the castle. That's why I called you and fairy here. I figured the best way to find a fairy is with another fairy. Well, yeah, that would be true. Oh, so that's why we're not at the hut. And while we're at the training grounds, we're actually going to look for a lost fairy. I see. We need to find a lost fairy, eh? So we are going to be a detective once again, are we? Like in the Halloween version? Or the Halloween event last year. So will you two help me find the missing one before Snape does? It headed in this direction. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering the accent, but I'm only using the accent because it's written there. Else I would never. Anyway, of course, Hagrid. Let's search around a bit, and I'm sure we'll be able to find the missing fairy. I like our fairies kind of like, yeah, our fairies are not in danger apparently, for some reason. Like, we're not even fearing for our fairy for some, like, we're looking for a missing fairy and he's afraid that Snape will come and snatch up the missing fairy. But who says that Snape ain't gonna take ours? Like, our fairy. Like, I have a slight bad feeling about this, guys. Oh no. Bus. Oh, I'm gonna find... Oh, that's why she's so glee. She probably already knew what was going on. She's gonna find a friend. Oh, she's so happy about that. Yes. Alrighty then. So how long is this? It's a 3 hour, that's doable. So that's going to be interesting to... Like, can we look around, like, properly? Oh no. No, we can't. Sometimes the little mini screen areas have a wider range, so something hidden in the sides might be seen, but no, alas, it was not to be. Anywho, let's see here. So should we start with Hagrid? And more accent books, dialects like accent butchering. I'm so sorry. Work together. At least the other fairies are safe in the care of magical creatures to reserve. So it's a... Is it a reserve? Un momento, por favor. It is a reserve. Why did I never notice that? So when they're in the reserve, no meanie is gonna be able to touch them? They're basically... Oh, that's cool. It's like... Well, we have a lot of fairies here, but you're not allowed to touch them, Snape, because they are in the reserve. If they were in the wild, it would have been fine, but these are in the reserve. Now move along. No. Oh, he's gonna be so mad. I have a feeling. Okay. Oh, is they all 5 or someone? This is gonna pass by very fast. If I were a fairy, where would I hide? That is probably the first thing that our character and me have in common. This is something I always do when I can't find something. It's like, if I were my mobile, or my keys, or my wallet, or anything else significant that I could have happened to misplace, where would I be in a logical sense? And then I go to the more unlogical senses. It's more like, if I were my example wise, sometimes I can't find my cats either because I have a lot of hiding spaces in my apartment. Like, if I were Boris, where would I go and lay down for a nap? Probably in one of the hideouts in the depository room because there are a lot of hideouts in there, and Bo might find him. So that's probably the first thing we have in common, which is really interesting. So, what does the little fairy do? Fairy seems to be more interested in grooming it than searching. Oh, she's just like, oh, we're searching for a fairy, are we? Well, I'm right here. Look at me. Aren't I a fairy? Oh no! I know he says they're vain creatures, but I don't hope they're that vain. Oh well, let's talk to Hagrid again. Instead of calling for the fairy, I should buzz for it. And the fairy's like, yeah, try and buzz for it. It's not gonna go well because it didn't go well last time, now did it? Okay, there's a lot of fibers here. I didn't expect that actually. Fairy seems to be onto something. Ah, so she's reflecting of what a fairy does. So if there was another fairy, it would recognize, even if they don't recognize their own species, that is, that they will recognize the patterns of their species. I guess? I don't know. I don't know much about magical creatures since I've never met one myself. At all. And I think I would be quite freaked out if I actually did. Okay, let's see. What are we going to propose? Fairies like the look of their reflections, correct? Are we going back to the mirror theory? Because I didn't see the last part of the conversation. So we're probably going to fail finding it. Snape is gonna find it. And then we're gonna use a mirror in some way, because we've talked about a mirror so many times now in each of the talk sections that we have had. We have talked about a mirror or a reflection of something or somehow. So this is actually kind of interesting that if they like their own reflection, why they don't live near the pond instead of the forest area. That would seem more logical to me, at least. No, let's see. Talk to. Bus. More bussing around, are we? Reassure. I hope Professor Snape hasn't found the missing fairy yet. No, I don't think he has. But on the other hand, Snape is not one that gloats. So, if he knew that Hagrid was looking for the fairy, he's not gonna tell him. Is he? No. He's gonna give him a smug remark later like, oh, you mean a fairy? Well, I found it like 2 hours ago. And then just give him a smug look. That's probably what he's gonna do. He's not gonna go up to Hagrid and say it into his face. He's just gonna pop in convenient conversation. Probably. Oh, that's a 5. Okay. And that's a 2. Okay. I'm not sure if that was a big bug or a small fairy. I understand if it was moving fast, but fairies, in my optic of what I can see right there, it doesn't look like a bug. None, it doesn't. Well, I could be mistaken for a butterfly, but butterfly doesn't really. They are not fast creatures. They're not really that fast. No, no. So work together or look around. Oh, they're both 5ers. Okay. So this event is going way fast compared to what I thought it would be. So maybe I hope we have a good talk session afterwards or something that I can do elsewise. Else this might be a very short episode. It happens, but we'll just have to wait and see. Either that or we can go eat with Rowan maybe. Oh, and we're starting to circle a little bit in the... Maybe I'm able to see what I didn't manage to see a list of our conversation. When we start to circle. If I were a fairy, where would I? Let's see. And propose. Are we going to get the last part that we didn't get, or I didn't get? Correct. Shouldn't we be near water? Ah, so I kind of got it without actually knowing that I got it, because I talked about the pond in the reserve, which we haven't actually been to. We could go there. I can show you. There's the other cute characters, characters there just hanging around. Oh, there's lots of cute creatures there too. So we could actually go and look there as well. Oh, let's see here. That's odd. There's no sign of the fairy around here. Besides yours, of course. Oh! Oh, hello! Our friends are just walking by. Just randomly. And I think the white-haired girl was the one from the Halloween event, which I right now cannot remember the name of. Whoops. I need to have like a cheat sheet of characters' names from events if they're gonna pop up again. I definitely need that. But I could have sworn I saw it come this way. Did you say you were looking for a fairy? Ah! Oh, it is her from the Halloween event. The werewolf girl. The pretty girl. Oh, she was so sweet. And right now I can literally not remember her name. It's annoying me a little bit. And she's a Hufflepuff. We didn't actually know her house in the Halloween one because she was wearing her own little cheeky outfit. But she's actually a Hufflepuff. That's cool. Yes, one of Hagrid's. Did you happen to see one, Penny? Actually, yes. In the potion's classroom. Though it was a bit an odd sight. I must have imagined it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Snape had already gotten it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Professor Snape will find it for sure. Oh, so he hasn't taken it, it's just hidden itself there. But on the other hand, there's a lot of reflective glass bottles and such in the potions classroom, so that would make sense, I guess. Don't worry, Hagrid, I have a plan. Penny, I promised Hagrid that I will help prevent Snape from finding the fairy and taking its wings. But in order to do that, I need your help. Oh, we're so stern. Just look at that serious face of ours. And our fairy's kind of like, you okay? You need a cookie? Smoothie? Cup of coffee? Oh, no, wait, you can't have coffee. I kind of like these small adventures. I kind of hope they do that with every creature that we have. Like, just a little mini event or some sort of that. Because we had the little introduction to the reserve with the Niffler, and now we have the fairy event. Could be interesting to see. Well, actually, we're actually going to the water reserve because there's something I want to show you guys. If you have not noticed yourself, if you're playing the game, of course. I will rescue the fairy from the potions classroom while... Or you will. Okay. You'll rescue the fairy from the potions classroom while I distract Snape. I'm not sure, eh? I would rather not do anything to get on Professor Snape's bad side. But if you got a good convincing reason, I might change my mind. Oh, here the friendship card comes into play. Okay, Snape likes you, which is true. Hagrid isn't an option, that's obvious because Snape and him doesn't seem to get along right now. And it would be kind of... And not to worry, but I have a feeling that Hagrid might stumble upon something and break some things. I don't know. I don't think he's a klutz, but I just have a feeling he might, just in the intense heat of the moment, he breaks stuff and Snape notices, and then we'd be in trouble. And here the friend comes into play, and we have Penny in full friend level. The highest friend level. She has of the highest regards. And that is that you're the only one we can trust. Though I don't think that's true. It is another way of using your friend, or another way to choose the options here. So I think actually I would take the friend option, just to see how that goes. Just to see, because usually we take the one with the actual effects requirements. But this time it's a friend requirement, which is interesting. Penny, out of all my friends, you're the only one I can trust to safely get a fairy without getting caught. Oh, in that way, yeah. Ben would be scared. Without, like, out of his mind to even try. Rowan, in our case at least, she's I wouldn't say she's frail after her experience, but she's still recovering a little bit. She hasn't had anything to eat yet after her coming out of the nurse station. So Penny is technically the only one that we currently have as a friend, that we have to that point of friendship, that we can trust to do that. And I'm pretty sure if we ask Tonks, she will break something on purpose. Because then she should actually distract Snape and we should take the fairy. Oh man, just put up all those scenarios. That's actually funny. I can't think of anyone more dependable and more suited to this job than you. Yeah. And isn't there some... I think I was spoiled a little on Twitter at that point. At some point where she seems to be very good with animals or creatures. So maybe that's one of the things, because Ben would probably be scared. And Rowan would probably try to study it. Just out for the characteristics. Well, when you put it like that... Oh, she's just... Oh, flatter me more. Flatter me more, will you? Alright, Ray. I will help you find the fairy and get it out of the potions classroom. I personally don't see the harm in collecting fairy rings for potions, but... Oh, controversial, isn't it? This is clearly important to you and Hagrid, so I'm willing to lend a hand. So the question is, since Penny is not a mean person, so I'm pretty sure that the wings grow back, else I don't think she would find it okay either, because then they would be ground bound the rest of their lives. How long do a fairy even live? I don't know, But I find it just as cruel as ripping the wing off a fly. Like, and they don't grow their wings back. But I mean, like, since people are seemingly just okay with it, but on the other hand, in the time period where we are in, it's not considered, it's kind of, if it's the same, like, time-wise, just the same mind frame as people have back then, it's kind of like, what if? Whatever. If it works, it works. Who cares about the creature? Like, that's kind of how people fought back then. Thanks, Penny. You're the best.
Yes, you're the best, Penny.
But I really don't know anything about working with fairies. If I do find Hagrid's missing fairy, how will I make it listen? Flattering should work, but just in case, I can take my fairy along. No, don't take your fairy along. No, that's a stupid idea. Like, Snape would just go, so you have a fairy, you say? Well, come here with it. Like, don't take your fairy along with you, girl. I don't think that's a smart idea. Well, okay, the fairy's in on it, so I guess we don't have any choice. It's coming with us. Having another of its kind around might help the lost fairy feel more comfortable. That's a great idea, Ray. But it's a big task for a fairy. I would recommend you spend more time bonding with your fairy first. Then it's settled. I will make sure that my fairy trusts me and meet you in the potions classroom, Penny. Well, technically we have friended so much of our fairy that we can't really befriend it even more than it is. We can't. Don't worry, Hagrid, we will get the fairy to safety soon. That's great. So meet with Hagrid. Weeds match trust. Well, we already did that. Let's go retrieve the fairy from the potions classroom now. Before I get cold feet. Yeah. I don't know. I think the most students fear Snape because he doesn't really show outward emotions and he can seem cruel. But again, if you don't show that vested range of emotions, or even smile for that sake matter, you can come across as very intimidating, actually. So, let's just go and see here. You will need to bond with your fairy before he can help you. Yeah. But we already did that, sweetheart. Sweet Hagrid, we already did that. So let's just see quickly. Oh, it's the last task! Or second to last task. I'm not quite sure. But it's very close to the last task. Already? That was fast. That means there's only one episode more and we have saved the fairy, I hope. I don't hope it loses its wings. Either that or Snape is just gonna go, look here, bright. When I take the wings, it automatically grows back. What is the problem? I don't know. I'm really like, I don't know. I hope we're going to save it, and I hope it's gonna be okay. But like, it just seems that people are not concerned with the harm that it might do to the fairy if the wings do not grow back. That's my biggest concern here, like in total. Anywho, the first thing before I forget to do it, before I end off here, I did say I would go to the pond and show you guys something. Was it at the pond or was it over here? I think it was the Rocky Mountains though. I think it was the Rocky Mountains, so just go in here just quickly. Because I know there are some creatures here that we can meet. And some creatures that's very much locked. However, if we go up, all the way up here, look who we can befriend! The Yeti from the December adventure. From the Christmas adventure and everything. It's so cool! But he does look a little angry. I understand that. we brought him home after all. Or we brought him back to his reserved space and spot. And I don't know what the bones he has in the bag, but I don't want to be a part of those bones. But just to show that we can create friendships, and some of them are kind of included in our adventures in some way, because now we can also befriend the Yeti that we once caught, I guess. Like, I find that's a little exciting as well, because it makes a point, or it at least gives an understanding and stuff, so that's just great. Anywho, I actually think I'll be ending off here, and until next time, guys, take care and have a fantastic day.